Hello guys, so today we are with PVM Matt, who had a video on YouTube which I seen of him basically being scammed an Elysian. So he was part of a clan, they were doing a 4-man Corporeal beast, and next minute, one of the clan members who was a general got the drop and decided to do one over and pretty much walk away with that 800 mil. So Matt, tell us about the story of this act of betrayal.
Well, he asked us to go to the Grain Exchange, and after he made the Elysian,
So
we waited for him to sell it at the Grain Exchange. He said he had it at 850 mil, and
Didn't he say he was going for a smoke then? Yeah, he started like pushing time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he kept pushing time, and he logged out for probably about 20 minutes, I believe so.
Yeah.
And right after he came back on, he goes, checks the Grain Exchange, we catch him, and that's when I started recording. And I traded him again. He just logs out, never comes back on until the next day, man.
And then that's where I'm going to show the screenshots on screen now of you and him having conversations about what happened, and he seems like he regrets it. You know, he says here, I'm addicted to the max. I didn't even plan on doing it. I didn't expect to sigil in the first place and never thought my mindset would change so radically. So this is what happens, guys, to a lot of people. I mean, PVM Matt here has got an Elysian before, and he split that between the clan, and everyone was like, wow, shocked, because Matt used to do luring and stuff like that. But it's this moment when you get an Elysian. So I'd like you guys to put a comment below. If you were in a clan, a PVM clan, and you got the biggest drop in the game, would you take it or share it? So put a comment below saying take it or share it, because I'm interested to see what people would do in that situation.
And Shabby was actually the other leader because we all loved him. You know, he used to give us he would lend out items for the clan, and he used to be really legit, and all of a sudden once he got the Elysian, you know, he just
tables turned.
Yeah, man.
So Alex,
I guess
Alex was in the clan as well. You were there, weren't you, Alex? Tell us about the leader.
I mean, like when you see it drop, the first thing you do is check the name and see who's got it. It's like when you see like, oh, the general in your clan's got like the most expensive drop in your game. It's like it's kind of a sigh of relief, I guess. Like, I mean, I'm not very highly ranked in the clan. Like, I mean, I still would have split the drop. But I mean, like if people saw it, they'd still be a bit kind of like, oh, will he split? Will he not? But when you see like, oh, the general, like you just don't expect it at all, like to be scammed for that much.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a massive step, like in the value, like. A split from an Elysian is worth more than any solo PVM drop.
That's correct, yeah. Any God Wars of any kind. Now let's just reiterate that this drop, you know, at the time was probably worth in the region of around $1,600. So it's almost, you know, this is what we're talking about here. You guys may look at it as pixels, but quite clearly, did he sell this for real life money? Is that what you guys assume?
Well, I actually talked to him about that, and he was on his Iron Man at the time, and actually he said that he didn't. He just sold it, and he's trying to get all 99s. Okay. And, I mean, he was trying to sweet talk us and be like, oh man, I'm so sorry about it, man. You know, if I could ever go back in time, I would have changed it. I would have never done it.
He could change it. He could just change it now. Yeah.
And I was like, well, you have the money still, why don't you just split now? And he was like, man, things would just, it would never be the same.
See what I mean? Yeah. And it could easily go back to the same, but he would rather not. And a lot of people, when they, you know, do a scam such as this, it's that they will try and sweet talk the way out of what they have done. It will almost be like, I'm sorry, I'm such a bad person, I know I did wrong. And even though they can easily fix it, they'll just try and sweet talk you into making them out as if they were forced to scam it, you know, like it wasn't them who did it when, you know, it was. But
since he scammed us, you know, a lot of the clan members started to doubt the clan's trust and everything, you know. So at first it was going downhill, but we ended up changing the requirements back to 110 plus, and we've rebuilt a lot. ever since. We just all forget about it. You know, it's hard to forget. I mean, that's a lot of money.
It
you
will
know?
always be talked about, won't it, kind of thing.
And not only about the money, you know, he was a really good friend to us all. And
Yeah.
just thinking that he scammed us, it's like,
Oh,
really, how much of a friend really was
I
he? I
know,
mean,
man. That's what I mean. It's like, that's what you ask yourself. You know, money can change so many people. As much as this
yeah,
is just a game, you know, a big part of this game is the community and the friendships that you form. I've got a lot of friends that I can trust money with. But there are some friends in the past, as I told you about before, you know, there was a guy wanted to get
yeah,
back into RuneScape, put 20 mil on my account for him so he didn't have to train up, he didn't have to do any work. I said, you know what, mate? I said, you can use that for months and months. I said, don't even worry about that money. I said, I'll just leave it there for you. And after a couple of hours, he goes missing on Skype and he's deleted me and we never talk again. And I just could not understand the logic of such little amounts of money. He must have been in a desperate state. And I mean, this is a little bit different what we're talking about here because it's so excessive, you know, it's such an extreme amount. I mean, $1,600 in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of money, but when you just sit and play in a video game, you know, and you're in
yeah.
control of that, you know, and you're with people across the internet, you're like,
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, to me, it's a lot of money because I've always grown up poor as crap. I mean, I've lived in the projects, you know, I've, you know, it could have really helped me, but I don't real world trade anymore.
yeah.
I have in the past, but you know, I like this game too much
That's what I
to.
mean, man. People, you know, try and build up the best of the best. I mean, I sometimes question what is the limit with this game because I sometimes see people with insane banks, and you just think,
Mhm.
you know, like you see a bank with say 50 berserker rings, or a bank with like a couple of Elijans, or you know, max cash, and you think, you know, what do you do now? Like, you know, is there much point
Yeah,
going PVM? You've already got everything you could want, and there is almost a threshold on this game where, you know, you can easily be, when you start to realize the real life value, you can easily be swayed to sell or to sell up and just think, well, you know what, I could do with a new computer and RuneScape's getting
yeah,
boring,
man.
you know. So it's not a new thing. Like, it's happened for ages. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
mean,
let's wrap up this video now. What would you like to say as a final note, a message to the viewers?
Um,
everyone
I would like
sucks.
to. No, I'd like to shout out my friends at PVM Pro, and I would also like to say that my friend Tim sucks, and
Wait, was he the guy who scammed
thank.
you, Tim?
No, actually, that was just a friend.
All right, another friend.
Also Shabby, he can go f himself with a golden dildo that he can buy, or an Audi. I don't know if he sold it for an Audi or not, but
A rampant rabbit. He can buy a vibrator, bro, and have some fun with that in his room.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think he
man.
would have bought an Audi, man. He'd have to get a couple of Elijans and scam you for them. But what a way to go out, man. I mean, the message of this video from me is that be very careful, guys. You know, remember, everyone has a limit. I'm sure you two have a limit as well. Although you're completely legit, I'm sure if someone give you 10 bill, would that sway you? Surely?
Yeah,
See what
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
guys? I've got the limit already. I mean, I've even got really close friends that live not too far from me, and I think with the right amount, they would even go as well. So, the moral of the story is you can't trust everyone, don't take things for granted, and
yeah.
this was an unavoidable situation, you know. The Ellie drops, you think you can trust them, and you can't. So, thanks for watching, guys, from Alex, Matt, and me. This has been, you know, an act of betrayal. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.